Hi everyone, welcome to Anges Pilates. So today we're going to start off with some standing work and then we're going to head down onto the mat. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. So I'd like you to start off, feet underneath your hips, soften your knees. Let's distribute the weight evenly. So feel the weight through the middle of your big toes, the middle of your baby toe, and the middle of your heel. So you're creating a triangle through the foot. We're just going to start off warming up through those legs. So place your hands on your hips. You're going to give me a knee bend. So it's a little squat. Push your buttocks back. Make sure your knees are behind your toes and then drive up, squeezing the glutes. So inhale as you lower, navel up and in. Exhale as you lift. Now make sure as you straighten those legs, you're not thrusting the hips forward, so you do that. You want to make sure you maintain that neutral pelvis. Think of a heavy weight, putting the tailbone down between your legs, and just make them small to start because we're warming up. Let's do one more. And hold it here. Now we're going to add a heel lift. So you want to feel all 5 toes on the floor, and then you lower with control. Navel up and in. Think of softening and closing your ribs. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Just warming up through those ankles, starting to warm up through the legs, quads, calf muscles, and starting to connect to those abdominals. Let's do 2 more, and lower. Last one, and lower. Stay where you are. This time you're going to deepen that squat, so push right back into your hips. Make sure your knees are behind your toes and try bring your arms in line with your chest. Now just take a moment here. Don't lift your tailbone because that's going to arch your lower back. You want to slightly round. It's not a tuck, but a slight rounding, and you'll feel those abdominals connect. Arms to the chest and then drive up, squeezing the buttocks. So inhale as you lower, keep that chest high, exhale and lift. Now try and go a little further every time. Make sure you can wiggle your toes. Now if you want, let's increase, building up that strength, letting the heart rate lift as we bring the arms right to the ears. Check in with your knees here. Make sure they're not tracking in or out, and squeezing the buttocks at the top. 3 more here. Inhale and exhale. 2 more, lower and lift. Last one, hold it here, arms by your ears. Now don't move your body, just lift your heel, alternating, right and then left. Feel the work through the quads, navel up and in, long spine, chest is high. Look beyond, not straight to the floor. Slide your shoulder blades down your spine. Navel up and in, reach your fingers to the ceiling. You have 4 more here. 4 and lower. 3, 2 more. Last one, lower the heel and drive up. Beautiful. Then let's step to the side. Take your feet a little wider than your hips. Turn your toes out. And you're going to take your arms to the side as we lower. Zip up that inner thigh and lift. Now check your knees here. You want to make sure they're tracking 2nd and 3rd toes and try and engage your inner thigh. So make sure you're not squatting. So we're not doing this. Don't stick your booty out. Heavy weight, putting that tailbone down between your legs. Let's add the arms. So we go up and bring them in line with your shoulders. Exhale as you lift. Keep that chest high. And as you lift your arms above your shoulders, check in with your ribs. Don't let them thrust open. Keep them soft and closed. Watch those knees. 5 more. Inhale and exhale. If you hear that creaking, that's my ankle. That's okay. 3 more. Breathing in and out. Last 2. Zip up that inner thigh. Last one. Hold it here. So if you're struggling, any back strain, bring your arms to the side. Otherwise, you're here. Again, alternate right leg and lower. Then left. So you're not moving, you're just lifting the heel. You feel the work in the quads, chest high, spine long. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, last one, and up you come. Beautiful. We're going to come into a squat sequence now, so a lunge sequence I should say. Feet underneath your hips, they're quite narrow. You're going to take your leg behind you. I'd like you to bend your knee though, so the weight's in the center, and then you're going to tap in. Let's use the arms. So we go down and up. Can you try and get your back knee just tapping the floor? If it's available, if there's any knee strain, reduce the range. 5 more here. 5 and up. 4, it's a narrow lunge. 3, feel the work to that front glute, front quad. Last one, change legs. Tap and lift. Can your back knee touch the floor? Keep that chest high. Check in with your front knee. Make sure it's not rolling in or out. Spine long. 5 more. 5 and up. 4, 3 more. Squeeze the butt. 2, change legs. Now we're going to add a knee lift. Right leg back, drive up, knee to the chest. Lunge and lift. Keep that chest high, squeeze that glute. Tap and lift. Bringing your knee up to your chest. 4 more, heart rate's increasing. 3, drive up. 2 more and lift. Last one, lower down, let's change legs. Lunge, drive it up. Each side might feel different. Check in with that knee, the front one. Don't let it roll in. Navel up and in. 5 more and lift. 4 and lift. 3, chest high. 2 more. Last one and lower down. Beautiful. Now we're going to head down onto the floor. So feet underneath your hips, breathe in, roll down slowly. Hands to the floor, and let's walk out into our plank. So I'd like you to spread your fingertips, shoulders back and down. Make sure you're not here. Make sure you're not sinking down into your hips. You want one long line. Now we're going to float the right leg off, point your toes. We're going to tap and lift, tap and lift. Using the glute to lift the leg, don't bend your knee. 2 more. Last one, hold it, lower the foot. Pick up your other leg. Keep those hips and shoulders facing the floor. We tap and lift, tap and lift. 3 more and lift. 2, navel up and in. Last one, hold it and lower. Lift your sit bones high and make your way into a down dog. You might have to adjust your hands. So you want to try and ground your heels. They might not touch, that's okay. If you have tight hamstrings, I'd like you to soften your knees. Spread your fingertips. Now just allow your head to hang. Let's just take a moment here and breathe. And as you exhale, think of bringing your chest a little closer towards your thighs, lifting your sit bones a little higher. Spread your fingertips, push down firmly through your hands. Stay with your breath. Now as you breathe out, lift your heels up and then lower down. And again, lifting those sit bones. Now think of using your abdominals to drive up, lifting those heels. Keep that spine long. 3 more here. And lower. 2, all 5 toes on the floor. Last one, lifting up and lower down. Navel up and in, walk back into your plank. So shoulders above your wrists. Now we're going to lower down. Keep your elbows close to your body, triceps. Go as far as you can. Exhale and push up. If you need help, land your knees. We've got 5. 4 more. Lower. Exhale and lift. 3 more. Lower, hold, and lift. 2 more. Don't dip through your lower back. And lift. 1 more. Hold and lift. Now bend your knees. Push your hips forward by squeezing your buttocks. Drop your shoulders and lift your chest. Up, stretch. Hold it here. Just breathe. Oh, how good does this feel? Opening the chest, widen your collarbones, and breathe. And coming up. Coming back now into our plank. So spread your fingertips, right leg long, then your left. Now make sure if you need assistance in this, please drop your knees. Make sure you're not loading your lower back, shoulders back and down, navel up and in. Whole body moves as we pitch forward onto the tiptoes. And then exhale, we push back, soften your elbow joint. Make sure you're not ducking and diving with the body. You're moving on one plane. 2 more here. Breathing in and breathing out. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Take your back hand into the middle of the mat so your shoulder's above your wrist, and then turn and face me. So in our side plank, option is here, dropping your bottom knee. Otherwise, your feet are staggered, still a good base of support, and your shoulders above your wrist. Make sure your your top hip is above your bottom hip. When you're ready, got your balance, lift your arm. Now look straight ahead, your spinal length starts from the crown. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you're gonna pick up your bottom hip and arc your spine. So you're creating a rainbow shape. Let your head hang. Feel the bottom obliques, then drop back down into your plank. Keep lifted here. Don't let your hips roll. 2 more. Exhale, up, up, up. And then come back to here. 1 more. Up, up, up. Lift that bottom hip and back to here. Now try this. Drop your knee if you need to. Tricep. Bend the arm and push up. I'm not very good at these, but I want to practice them. Bend and push. 1 more. Bend and lift that bottom hip. Come back to your front plank. Spread your fingertips, shoulders back and down. Move the whole body, one plane. Forward and push back. And again, breathing in. Keep your shoulders back and down, navel up and in. 2 more here. Come right onto your tiptoes. Challenge. 1 more. And press back. Now take your front hand. Make sure you've changed into the middle of the mat. Shoulder above your wrist. And now you're going to face the other way. Listen for my cues. Bend your bottom knee if you need to. Shoulder above your wrist. Feet are staggered. Lift your top arm when you're ready. Lift the bottom hip and you're arcing your spine. Rainbow shape. Exhale. Inhale. Come back to your side plank. And again, pick up that bottom hip. Squeeze your buttocks. And back to the plank. And again, lift, lift, lift. And back to the T shape. Bend the elbow, triceps, and push. Only 3. Bend. Each side's going to feel different. And bend and push. Come back to your front plank. Land your knees. Woo. Press back, child's pose. I worked up a sweat on that one. Lower your forehead. Walk your fingertips away and breathe. Beautiful. Hands underneath your chest coming up. And we're going to head down onto the mat. So pop your feet hip distance apart. Place your arms in front of you. Take a breath in. Exhale. Tuck your tailbone under. Pull your navel towards your spine and slowly lower. Feel the lower back, middle back, upper back, and land your head. Bring your feet a little closer towards your heels, towards your buttocks. Your feet will be hip distance apart. Take a moment. Pelvis is neutral. Pubic bone, hip bones on the same level. Little pocket of air between that lower spine and the mat. Take your fingertips now behind your head, elbows wide. Nod your chin. Looking between your legs. Don't look at the ceiling because that gives you neck strain. Nod your chin. Now as you exhale, deepen this flexion by peeling your shoulder blades off. Try and get to the tips of your shoulder blades. Inhale. And lower down. Now, I'd like you to keep your head off, but if it's too much for your neck, please land your head on the mat. Otherwise, you're here. Let's go again. It's very small. It's a slight lift. Exhale. And then a slight lowering, but I want you to focus more on getting the lift. Try not to bring your elbows in. Keep them wide. And again. Exhale, up, up, up. And inhale, drop. Exhale, focus on getting a little bit more lift. You have the support of your feet here on the mat. And let's go for 2 more. Exhale, up, 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 up. Inhale and drop. 1 more. Exhale, up, 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 up. Stay lifted. Extend your fingertips to your knees. Curl up a little higher. Breathe. And release down slowly. Well done. Hug your thighs in towards your chest. Nod your chin. Couple of rocks back and forth. And we're coming to a seated position. We're going to do some rolling. So I'd like you to have a rounded lower back here. I'd like you to lift your chest, but don't let those ribs thrust. Keep them soft and closed. Float your right leg up. Let's move down a little bit. And then the left. Now this is our balance point. Rounded lower back. You want to lift up, but you want a slight rounding of that upper spine. Can you take the inside of the elbow to the outside edge of your knee and bring your legs together? Make sure you're not here. You've got to drop your shoulders, open your chest. Slight rounding of the upper spine. Inhale as you roll back. Exhale as you roll forward. Keep your toes off. Breathing in. Now try not to use the momentum of the roll. Keep your toes off. Your spine is like a big wheel. Toes are off, lots of balance, lots of core. 3 more, and lift. Last 2, drop your shoulders. Personal note there. 1 more, breathing in and breathing out. Now stay here. What we all do, and I was doing it, is flicking your heels up to get the momentum of the roll. We're going to take that away by hugging your thighs a little closer. Drop your shoulders around your upper back. Now drive your heels towards your buttocks. Roll. Inhale. And exhale. Keep your toes off. Try not to touch. And again, breathing in and breathing out. Oh, much harder, right? 3 more. Inhale. Drive your heels to your buttocks and exhale. Drop your shoulders. 2 more. Connect to your breath. Last 1. Breathing in and breathing out, and hold it here. Beautiful. And lower your feet. Take a breath in, slowly roll down, 1 vertebra at a time. Feel the support of the lower back. Feel the middle of the back, feel the upper back. Land your head and bring your feet in. So feet are hip distance apart. Check in, pelvis is neutral, pubic bone, hip bones on the same level. Little pocket of air between that lower spine and the mat. Float your right knee tabletop, knee above your hip. Then your left. Bring your legs together. Feel now the support of your lower back on the mat. We're coming into double leg stretch. Take your arms above your chest. Be mindful your shape of the spine doesn't change as you take your arms overhead. Make sure you haven't given me this. So you want to suspend your arms, drop your shoulders, and slide your ribs towards your hip bones. We exhale, curl up, and just hold it for a moment. So you're lifting your tailbone here to try and connect to those lower abdominals, and you're reaching your nose to your knees to get the upper chest lift. Then shoot your legs out, arms by your ears, 45 degrees with your legs. Let's go again. Exhale, up, 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 lift your tailbone. Inhale, land your head in the center if your neck's fatiguing. And again, lift the tailbone, exhale here, squeeze. Inhale, head off if it's available, arms to your ears. Curl up, 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 up. Do this if you need to land your head, arms above your chest. Let's do 2 more here. I'm on the option now if you need it. Landing the head. And if your back is loading, feel free to tap your toes here. Let's do 2 more. Up, up, up. And shoot it out. 1 more. Curling up, 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 and shoot it out. Stay here. Back leg long, front leg lifted, hands behind your head, elbows wide. Let's bicycle. In, shoo, shoo, in, shoo, shoo. So 2 breaths in, 2 breaths out. Aim your toes to the ceiling if there's any load in your lower back. If you want more, take your legs a little lower. If your neck's fatiguing, land your head down, place your arms here. Otherwise, head is off. Stay with the breath. We go in, elbows wide. 3 more. Out, out. 2. Lift that chest higher. Last 1. In, out, out. Knees tabletop. Curl up higher, deepen your flexion. Hold. Make sure you're breathing. And release down. Well done. Coming now into our crisscross, hitting the waistline. So feet are hip distance apart. Check in, pelvis is neutral. I'd like you to take your hands behind your head. We're going to start off today with our feet flat. That's going to give you a good base of support. We're going to curl up, twist towards me first, and just take a moment here. Elbows wide. Check in. Make sure your opposite hip is on the mat, it's not flying off, and try not to do this with your arms. Then lower your head in the center. Twist to the back of the room. Exhale, twist. Now think about your posture, guys. You're breathing out as you lift your chest. Your feet are grounded, good base of support. Now don't think of reaching your elbow to your knee. Think of reaching your armpit to your knee. Think of rolling one shoulder blade on top of the other. And don't use your head or neck to lift up. Just let your head and neck float up with the rest of your body. Let's do 2 more here. Exhale, lift and lower. Now we're going to progress this by floating the feet off. So keep your head off, float your knees up, knees together. Tabletop, twist. Now if your neck is good, keep your head off in the center. All those obliques should be burning. Elbows wide. If you need more support and you're losing the work through the waist, please land your feet. 4 more and lower. 3, elbows reach apart from each other. 2, last 1. Now add the legs. We go. Exhale, exhale. Think about what's happening. We're adding the leg. 45 degrees, lower back. If you want more, lower the legs. Make sure your belly button's are not popping. And keep the work in the waist. Slow down if you're losing it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one, back to the center. Curl up, lift a little higher. Drop your shoulders and release down. Beautiful. Just let's massage the lower spine. Take a breather. My abs are burning. I don't know about yours. And let's go to the other side. A little bit of length now through the legs. Feet are flat. Sort my mat out here because it's creeping up on me. Feet are hip distance apart. Pelvis is neutral. Do you have that little pocket of air? Right knee tabletop, left knee. Feel the support of your lower spine. Now I'd like you to extend your legs all the way up. Now you might not get to 90. You might have tight hamstrings. So if that's you, don't bend your knees. Rather, take your thighs further away. We're aiming for length here. Very challenging if you're tight. I'd like you to nod your chin. You're going to curl up. You're going to lower your back leg and you're going to hold onto your front leg, either behind the quad or on your calf muscle. Keep that chest high. You're trying to get your bottom leg just off the floor. But if your back is lifting, take your leg low. If you have tight hamstrings, that might be your range. That's okay. Let's go. We scissor. Shoo. Shoo. Now pull the leg towards you, but don't let your tailbone lift. Keep the upper chest lift. Pull. Pull. Now we're going to add a little pulse. We go pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Keep lifted. Zip up your inner thigh. Lengthen those legs. Nod your chin. And of course, if your neck's fatiguing, land your head. 4 more. Switch. 3. Switch. 1 more set. Last one. Hold it here. Reach up and release down. Good job. Hug your thighs and nod your chin. Let's roll up to a seated position. So just lengthening that spine now. We've done that leg length. We're going to stay with leg length as well. Take your legs a little wider than your hips, but within the framework of your mat. Shoulders above your ribs, ribs above your hips, and take your arms here. If you're struggling with hamstrings, soften those knees, but make sure you're not here. Right on top of your sit bones and your arms in front of you. Breathing in, you're going to lift that chest a little. Exhale, let your head hang, and you're rolling down, keeping your arms in line with your chest and reaching your forehead to the mat. Yep, it seems a long way away. Navel up and in, now restack slowly. Last thing is your head. Drop your shoulders and open your chest. Let's go again. Breathing in, lift that chest a little. Exhale, let your head hang. Think of wrapping your shoulder blades around something. Spine is rounded. Even if you're very mobile, make sure you have a rounded spine, not length. Navel up and in, and slowly restack. It's all about your spine, this one. You still want to connect to those abdominals. 1 more. Breathing in, lift that chest. Exhale, rolling down slowly. Navel up and in. Arms stay in line with your shoulders. Now we're going to change slightly here at the bottom. Land your hands on your shins. Try and keep the flexion, the crease through the hips. And you're going to lift your chest, reaching through the crown of your head, and extend your upper spine. So you've gone from a rounded spine to a lengthened spine, upper spine. You might have to lift your body up a little bit, depending on your flexibility. That's okay. Keep the length in the spine. Now take your right arm to your ear, reach, then your left. Feel lots of stretch now in the back of those legs. Now be careful if you have shoulder problems, but we're going to pulse back, exhaling for 8, 7, 6, don't thrust your ribs, keep them closed, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the length in your spine, take your arms out to a T, turn your thumbs backwards. Keep the length, we pulse back, 8, 7, squeeze the shoulder blades, don't thrust your ribs, keep them closed, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now wrap your shoulder blades around something so you've gone from that length to the rounded spine. Now roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Drop your shoulders and open your chest. And lower your arms. Beautiful. Now we're going to come to standing. So I'd like you to bend your knees. One foot underneath your hip, then the other. Allow your head to hang. Just shake your head out here, relax, navel up and in, and slowly restack your spine. One vertebra at a time. Feel the lower back, middle back, the upper back. Last thing is your head. Drop your shoulders and open your chest. So pop your feet underneath your hips. Take your back arm up. We're going to do swimming, standing. Normally we do it on the mat. Take your front leg behind you. Energize your front arm, but just let it hang. Now you've shifted your weight. Make sure you haven't opened your hip. We're going to pulse the arm and the leg. Breathing for 10, we go, exhaling, we go back, push back with the arm, lift the leg. Using the glutes, soften and close your ribs. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 5 more. 5, 4, breathe. 2, hold it. Soften your standing knee, tip from your hips, take your arms into a T position and lower your body. This is our aeroplane. I'd like you to go as far as you can, lifting that leg as high as you can. Don't open your hips. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and lower down. Beautiful. Let's do that on the other side. So this time it'll be your front arm, back leg. Just let that back arm lower. You're going to lift that leg off. Make sure you're not sinking down. You're going to squeeze that glute to lift, and we pulse the arm and leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Are you breathing? 3, 2. Don't bend your knee. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Take your arms to the T. Tip from those hips. Soften your standing knee. Lift your back leg high. And this is our aeroplane. Hold it. Lengthen for 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower. Beautiful. Good job, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Love to hear your feedback and see you at the mat next time. Bye for now.